This month we added another foundations class into the practice. And one of the things that we incorporate into the foundations classes are postures in movement. So you've probably noticed by now that some familiar postures like cobra or full locust, even balancing stick, we do them in movement. You can also do them in stillness, right? And we would normally call this an asana, or a position held in stillness. The movement version of the posture is also really good to practice. And you can add movement versions to almost any posture, or to many of them. Postures like the back bends on the floor, half moon side bend, back bend and forward bend, balancing stick, chair pose. Those are really good postures to practice in movement as well as in stillness. There's a couple reasons why this is the case. When we move through postures in movement, we use our muscles in a different way. So without getting into too much detail in this particular video, there's 3 ways in which you can use your muscles. One is to engage the muscle and have it shorten at the same time. One is to engage the muscle and have it lengthen as it's engaging. And the third way is to engage the muscle and hold it still. So as you can imagine, engaging a muscle and holding it still is what we often do in yoga postures. But when we only hold in stillness, we miss those other uses of the muscles. So taking a muscle through its full range of motion over and over again in repetition is a really beneficial way to build strength in a muscle through its full range of motion. That is a different skill than the ability to hold in stillness. Okay, both are great things to practice, both have benefit. Another benefit of doing the postures in movement is that sometimes it's quite difficult to hold a position in stillness. It demands a lot of effort, a lot of focus, and sometimes that can be a little bit fatiguing to the body, and it can also be fatiguing to the mind. We get stress in the body or tension because we're asking our body to hold a position in stillness that is very difficult to do. So while that is definitely something worth practicing for the way that it affects the mind, it is beneficial to also do the postures in movement because you get a little bit of that tension, oh, this is hard, and then you relax. A little bit and relax. A little bit and relax, instead of going into the posture, holding it, and letting the tension build until all of a sudden we're rock solid with stress and tension in the body beyond just the physical exertion of the posture. So doing postures in movement can help us exercise the muscles in different ways. It can help us relax through the effort of the posture because in between each we get a little bit of relaxation, a little bit of rest, and it can help us just understand the postures from a different angle. So the next time that you are practicing the positions in stillness, see if it's a position that might make sense to practice in movement. Again, half moons, side, back, and forward are great. Chair pose is great. Balancing stick is great to do in movement. All of the floor back bends can be done in movement. Leg lift can be done in movement. Torso lift can be done in movement. And so you can experiment with those postures in both stillness and in movement and approach them from different ways.